Yeah. Come out here and do a quick lesson by the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Shai. So right now I'm going to face the east and give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai Basham Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles in Connecticut, to the bishops, the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold, Shalom. To you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This your brother Aram Yahawada with the lesson out here on the highways and the byways real quick, right? Just give a quick lesson. You know, I was going through a ride, you know, and you know, end up popping up on this this video while I was, you know, doing my, you know, my daily things. So, you know,
I think America has been heading in the wrong direction. Everything is overpriced. The stock market is overvalued about 8%. The system is built delivering us junk products at increasing costs just so they can keep the rich rich. Many of your guests and mine also have said that we're headed into a stock market crash. All this stuff is, I think, is getting ready to come to a head.
There's no way out of this predicament without pain. It's gonna take real pain and real sacrifice.
So yeah, this is one of the things that I came across, right? Some real world Edomites, right? Speaking about some real world things, right? That you Israelites ain't considering, right? Matter of fact, so it says, let's go to Luke chapter 16. It says Luke chapter 16, verse 7, and said he to the others, in how much owest thus? And he said, in 100 measures of wheat, right? So this, you know, and that also goes into what Esau, right? He think that because, you know, he sets up the narrative of putting you in the ghettos, the vadios, the reservations, right? He feel like if he give you so-called junk food, right, give you cheap food, right, that it's his way of being merciful, right? Right? 100 measures of wheat, and he said unto him, take the bill and write 40 scores. And Yahweh, right? The Yahweh, Basham Yahweh Shai, the one who actually truly ruled this world, right? Commanded the unjust steward, and that's Esau, man. He's ruling this world, and he's an unjust steward. The self-proclaimed so-called white man is a very unjust steward, right? So he think if he sell you so-called junk food, right? Which Second Esdras, chapter 16. Verse 21 says, Second Esdras chapter 16, verse 21, behold, the visage shall be so good cheap upon the earth. So, and so what now you have all these so-called junk foods, these GMO foods, right? In your fast food restaurants, right? That's just cheap food, right? But it's not nourishing. But Esau, his mind is, yeah, okay, you owe this, that on the wheat. Take the bill, make it 40, right? So we're gonna make food cheaper for you. And being that he makes food cheaper, a little bit cheaper for you, that's his way of having mercy. But in his mercy, he's cruel, right? Right? In his mercy, he's cruel, right? It says Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10, the righteous care for the needs of his beast, for the righteous regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. So this is what Esau is doing, man, and his so-called tender mercies, man. They're cruel. This food leaves you with all sorts of diabetes and gout, right? It actually leaves you with heart problems, all sorts of different things, ailments, and all sorts of madness, even though it's cheap, right? It says, behold, which is going back to Second Esdras chapter 2. Second Esdras chapter 16, verse 21. Second Esdras chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, which means feast your eyes, look, pay attention. The victuals, the visage, or visage shall be so good, cheap, or right, which is another way of saying victuals, right? The visage or victuals should be so good, cheap upon the earth that they should think themselves to be in good case. And ultimately, that's what's happening with you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. You're going back and forth, to and fro in America, Babylon the Great, right? You're all rocked to sleep, man. You're you know what I mean? You're lethargic, man, in a way that you're carrying yourself spiritually, man. But then it also, these so-called GMO foods and these things right there leave you actually lethargic, man. It leaves you sleepy. It leaves you tired, right? These are the things that what this government has set up and have allowed, right? But under their tender mercies, their mercies are cruel, man. Right? These elite. Right? But you're so in your simplicity, right? You think that everything is okay, all good. You think you're in good case, man. You think everything is all right. Right? But here it is. These so-called white men who studies finance and the stock market, And that was just one video. I mean, you can go through all throughout YouTube and find all these people who's really into dealing with the financial market and the stock market, right? Just because it went up a little bit because of Trump went in, that's artificial, man. That's an artificial inflation, man, right? Artificial increase, should I say? Because that's ultimately what's going to happen to you, inflation, right? Gross inflation, right? Which will be hyperinflation is about to hit this place, man. And you're gonna know that you're not in good case, man. Right? See, the whole thing with you Israelites, the thing has to be smacking you in the face continuously. It's not one smack, it's not two smack. It's basically a continuous smack to you. And then you finally go, oh shit, I think this thing is hitting me. Yeah, it's hitting you right dead in the nose, man. Right? That's the only way you're going to understand. Right? Right? Because it says, because behold, the visit shall be so good, cheap upon the earth that they should think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth. See, and as you can see, what evils are growing upon the earth, man. You have the largest amount of female offenders. You've never had that before. You have so many female murderers and killers, right? And then they're advocating it for more. They said because of so-called abusive husbands, you could poison them, right? This is the new thing that's going in the earth, right? The Cardi B syndrome. You could put things in their drink, but you know, Bill Cosby had to go to prison for his. Something that happened 30 years ago, something he probably don't remember. The dude's 80 some odd years old. Right? He can be like, yeah, I remember we did something. Right? Well, that's where he messed up at. Right? Because he was supposed to play dumb. That's why he ended up going to jail. But as old as he was, he should have played dumb. You know what I mean? But he was just thinking, hey, we were partying. Everybody did this, you know? He probably learned it from Hugh. Right? Hugh Hef. Right? You know, that was his boy. He was real tight with Hugh Hefner, right? The Playboy guy, right? Right? So it says sword and famine and great confusion. See, and ultimately that's what you're in, man. You're in a stupor and you're in a great confusion. You're in a time of great confusion, man. Right? Right? This so-called democracy, this voting, this all pretend they selected Trump, right? The elite selected him. No, nobody, they're all related. Every president is related. They're all cousins. They're all family members. It's all fake. Right? So they just selected someone out of their family to be president once again. Right? But thus saith the Lord, what? Sword, right? Which means a lot of murders and deaths and killings. They're going to bring in the military, man. Right? But before that, you got to have the problem, reaction, solution, man. Pressure from above, pressure from beneath, man. They showed you through that CV-19, it was pressure from above, and pressure from beneath. The so-called government tried to say that they're not going to push the issue. We're not going to push the issue. But then what did they do? They said any business that's not pushing the ordinance of the CV-19 can be shut down. We're not doing it. But every place, in order for you to operate and live in Babylon the Great, all has to do with business. And if I can't get people to come in to buy, I have to follow under the ordinance so I don't get shut down. So they made it look like we're not doing it. It ain't us, right? But this is under the guise of who they are. Their mercies, their tender mercies are cruel, man, right? For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish. So ultimately, that's where you jakes are going. You're headed into, man. You're headed in a time of great perishing, man. Because you're lollygagging through life, man. Right? Spiritually, and some people actually physically, man. Dude ain't worked his whole life. He don't have a job. He don't work. He's just still loafing off his mom's or sister or somebody, right? Right? You people are playing a sick, twisted, demented game, man, with life. And ultimately through spirit, man, because the spirit is where it's at, man. Right? the Lord said, "What if a man don't work, then a man don't eat." And ultimately, that's talking about the work, doing the work, coming out in the highways and the byways, but also it's a twofold, man. That's reality, man. Right? Because technically, you were supposed to get, if you ain't working, you're supposed to get stoned because you're unprofitable. You're unprofitable children, man. Which ultimately, that's what the Lord's finna do with you unprofitable children, man. Right? That's why you're gonna perish. Right? Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me get that real quick. Matter of fact, let me get it. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 16, verse 1. Desire not the multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in the ungodly. Though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of Yahweh be with them. Right? So ultimately, this generation, right, they don't have no faith in the Most High, right? Which his real name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai, man. And you don't have no faith in the true living power, man. You believe that it's a so-called white man that they put up as through the rebirth of the Esau Edom, man, right? Through the Renaissance, right? Renaissance meaning rebirth of so-called white supremacy on the earth. Lies, death, it's gonna come to you, man, for believing in lies, man. Right? Right? Except you fear the true power of the Bible, man. Because if you don't fear the true power of the Bible, hey, and you don't get the true understanding, right? It tells you that the Lord, his feet are the color of brass as if it burnt in the furnace. That's in the Bible. So you got the wrong image in your house. You got the wrong image in your mind of what the Son of the Most High looks like, man. Right? And ultimately what he's coming back for, man. He's coming back for his people. He died for his people for their sins, man. Right? He didn't die for the whole world. Be as it may, as your understanding, man. The world that he died for is the elect, man. Of Yasha Allah, man. The elect within the elect. Right? Trust not thus in their life neither respect the multitude, for one that is just is better than 1,000, man. So one man that's just, see, like me, I'm out here, it's all of you out here. But one man that's just is better than 1,000, man. You have 1,000 of yous, but it means nothing, man. Right? That's even what King Solomon said. He said, out of 1,000 women, I have found none righteous, but out of 1,000 men, I have found one man. So there's always gonna be one righteous man standing up, man. Right? It is better than your 1,000, man. But it is to die without children than to have them that are ungodly. Right? Right? So ultimately, that's what it is, man. We get back to 2nd Ezra chapter 16, right? For many of them that dwell on the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, man. So what? We're going to come in time of race wars, riots, pestilence, right? You're gonna come with, it's gonna be a high level of depression. So it's gonna be a high level of suicides, a high level of people eating their own children, eating their own family members, eating their own neighbors. That's the time that we're gonna be living in real soon, right? Let me get back to that Luke. Luke chapter 16, verse 8 says, and the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, commanded the unjust steward, and that's the self-proclaimed so-called white man, which we ain't talking about your regular, everyday so-called white man. We're talking about the elite, the Bilderbergs, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers, the Rothschilds, the ones who really run in this world, the one who really chose your president, man. Right? Those 13 blood families that actually rule the world is the ones who chose your president, man. You didn't vote. Your vote mean nothing, man. The electoral college is actually what so-called selects these people, man, which was already picked by their rulers, by the Illuminati, whether you believe it or not, man. Right? Because he had done wisely for the children of this world, for the children of this world, or in their generation, wiser than the children of light, man. So these people are wiser than you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. They're knowing what's going on as far as this stock market and this money game. They're letting you know that this cannot sustain, that the stock market is going to crash soon, right? They wasn't saying all that for nothing, man, for shits and giggles, man, right? These are people, regular day Americans, and they're afraid their livelihood is about to be over with, man. So they wasn't just saying it, right?
I think America has been heading in the wrong direction. Everything is overpriced. The stock market is overvalued about 8%. The system is built delivering us junk products at increasing costs just so they can keep the rich rich. Many of your guests and mine also have said that we're headed into a stock market crash. All this stuff is, I think, is getting ready to come to a head.
There's no way out.
Many of your guests and mine also have said that we're headed into a stock market crash. All this stuff is, I think, is getting ready to come to a head.
What did we say?
Delivering us junk products at increasing costs just so they can keep the rich rich. Many of your guests and mine also have said that we're headed into a stock market crash.
Hey, we're headed into a stock market crash. Man, so these people, hey, they're wiser than the children of light, man, which are you so-called black, Hispanic, Canadian, and you Israelites, man. They know that this America is headed to a financial crash, man, real soon, right? Matter of fact, what it says, Isaiah chapter 47, verse 6, I was wroth with my people. So you so-called black, Hispanic, Canadians are the Lord's people. You are the true Israelites, man. You are the true Hebrew Israelites, man. You're the children, you're the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. You're here for a punishment, man. You're not here to live a great lifestyle, man. Right? The Lord said, I have polluted my heritage, man. So what, you are here in this polluted land, man, right? Polluted with your morals, your standards, and not to mention even the air, man. As they putting chemtrails in the air, feeding you GMO foods, feeding you, you know, hey, in some instances they're telling you what Abraham Finkelstein told you what they were feeding you in McDonald's, man, right? Right? You know, the type of you know, little persons that you gotta feed them Similac to, right? You know, you little, you know, the ones you gotta take to daycare when you go to McDonald's. That's ultimately what you're really eating, man. Right? Right? So it says, matter of fact, the Lord said what? Nice. It says, Malachi. Yeah, Micah, so like not Malachi, so Micah. Micah chapter 2, verse 10, arise and depart, for this is not your rest. So you so-called black, Hispanic, and Indians, this land is not meant to be for you to rest at, man. Right? This is the place that you was here to serve your punishment, man. Huh? It's not here for you to fucking live it all up, man. Right? So you just hoping on good old Trump. Maybe, hey, because hey, the Democrats pretended like they wasn't racist, but everything they did was against you, so-called black, Hispanic, and Indians. Right? It was against reparations. It was against you actually arising and actually having something in life, even though technically you ain't looking to go against these people. They're afraid that you're gonna get your money and somehow overthrow them. But you jakes are so in love with the self-proclaimed so-called white man, you would never want to overthrow them. But they still afraid that you would. That's why they ain't gonna give you no reparations, man. Right? Not to mention the Lord said, this is not your rest, man. This place is not your rest. He said, arise, says Malachi chapter 2, verse 10, arise and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. And so that's the same thing what the Lord said, I have polluted my heritage. How did he pollute you? He sent you here in Babylon the Great, or whatever place that you went to around the world, scattered, especially here in Babylon the Great. They're the most polluted, man. Right? And the most egregious and the most outrageous, what is it? Self-indulgent monsters, man. Right? All about me. Right? But it's all right. And because it is polluted, it shall destroy you. Right? So ultimately, the Lord said this place is set up to destroy you, man. Whether it's going to destroy you either, well, in some cases, well, financially, physically, and spiritually, right? Right? But we're under the mindset that, hey, look, it can destroy us financially and physically, but it's not going to destroy us spiritually, man. We're not going to let the spirit be destroyed here in Babylon the Great, man. That's what we're not going to do, man. The Lord said, one righteous is better than 1,000, man. So I'm better than 1,000 of you unprofitable children, man. You ingrates, man. Right? It says, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction, man. And there's going to be a straight sore destruction, man, that you're going to get. Right? This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 2. And the first went out and poured out his vials upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore. Right? So you're gonna get that grievousness, man. Right? You ain't paying attention to what's going on, man. The Lord got a grievous, a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark. And a lot of you are headed down that way, that you're going to get the karagma, the karaks, grapho, right? Which is that small little motherboard that's the size of a grain of rice, that has all your information. It's going to allow you to buy and sell. Except save, he had the mark, man. Because you're going to try to save yourself, man. Right? And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them that worship the image, man. So you worship this society, man. You're going to be down with the smart cities, with the smart cars, the smartphones, right? The smart buildings, right? I went by, was it Chick-fil-A the other day? And I was walking by and it had a sign saying the Chick-fil-A is a smart building, right? So you're cool with this stuff, man, right? though he pretends to be a so-called, well, he's an antichrist, man. He acts like he's part of the scriptures. That's why he don't open on Sundays. But that's worshiping Satan in itself, man. That ain't the day of the Lord, man. That's not the Sabbath day, right? So you're gonna get that grievous sword, man. We get back right here to that Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 6, right? Get back to that. Isaiah chapter 47 verse 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my heritage and given them into the hand, and given them into thy hand, Salakia, and I've given them into thy hand, which is Esau Edom, man. He allowed us to be under this base man, right? This low moral man. This man that's so low that even his mercies are cruel, man. Yeah, I give you some cheap victuals. I give you some cheap food. Yeah, but the cheap food got things that give you diseases, man, that break down your immune system, right? They said they wanted cheap food, right? So I did it. I gave it to them, right? Ain't not kind, ain't not merciful. It's breaking down your body, breaking down your immune system, breaking down your bone structure, right? It's this guy, man, right? Salakia. Where was I at? And I gave them into thy hands, and thus did it show them no mercy. See, this guy's about no mercy, man. Upon the ancient has thus very heavily laid thy yoke, man. Oh, see, matter of fact, when you deal with the CV19, the CV19 affects mostly the elderly, man. That CV19, they made all the elderly get that jump shot, man, right? So right now, a lot of the elderly is the ones who's paying the price for that, for you being test dummies, man, for the CV19. All you were test dummies. Anybody who got that jump shot, man, you were fools, right? But you know who's paying the ultimate price? The elderly, right? Because my wife worked for the elderly, and she was telling me that since the time of the jump shot, there were some elderly that were actually able to kind of walk around and function by themselves, do some things on their own. They had no problems. They can get up and go downstairs, get them something to eat, go back up, go do the thing. They function a lot better before they got the CV19, and then another ultimate boost, and the boost and the boost, right? Now all of a sudden, the ones who used to be very mobile are bedridden, right? So it affects the elderly heavily. It says and thus did it show them no mercy. Thus did show no mercy. Thus did it shew no mercy upon the ancient. Has thus very heavily laid thy yoke, man. And that CV19 was a heavy yoke, man. Right? It's a snare, it's a trap, man. Right? It says, and thus said it, I shall be a lady forever. So ultimately, this is part of that scheme, right? For them to bring in the New World Order, because their scheme is to stay on top, man. That they be a ruling power forever, right? So that thus did it not lay those things to thy heart. What things they didn't lay to their heart? What it says, heart meaning love, which is mind, right? Heart meaning mind. They didn't lay these things to their mind. What matter of fact, let's keep reading. You didn't lay it to these things to thy heart, which is your mind. Neither did thus remember the latter end of it. That what? Because every great nation ruled and it fell. So America's no different than any other nation. Most nations, empires rule for about 2,000 or 200 years, about 200 so years. And America is about that time. It's about that time up, right? America's no different than any other nation. You ran your course. This place is about to be done. Therefore, hear now thus that art given to pleasures. See, so ultimately America's full with pleasures, man. Right? You think you're living lofty and everything's good. You think because you got Trump in office, everything's going to go good. But the Lord said, those you living in pleasure, right? Those that live in pleasure are given to pleasure that dwelleth carelessly. And America's a very careless place, man. You're very careless, man. You think you're going to rule forever, man. You're so careless. You gave your nuclear secrets away. You sold them just to make a little money. But if you would have kept your money backed by gold and backed by silver, right? You would have money. You wouldn't need to sell your war secrets. But now, which is beautiful, because the Lord is going to allow that to what they call it. It's called blowback. The Lord is going to allow that to blow back on you, right? It's going to be to your detriment, right? That says in thy heart, in your mind, your lob. You saying in your mind, we know we can read your thoughts, man. You think you're slick, but you're not, right? I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow. So America think, hey, look, I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too. I'm gonna be a ruler, right? I'm gonna rule this thing forever. Esau, Edom, right? The what is it called? The Edomite kingdom, who took the whole world by the sword, and you feel that you're gonna just keep it, right? But you didn't lay these things to heart. Saying, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things, wait, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai said, but God, right? But Yahweh, but judgment, right? Judgment has to go out. But those two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, man. So America's going to be out of here, man. 200 million missiles are going to be shot on this place, man. World War III is going to happen, and World War III is going to be, hey, you're the focal point of World War III. This place, Babylon the Great, man, the daughter of Babylon, is the focal place of World War III, whether you know it or not, right? They say they shall come upon thee in their perfection, right? Right when the Illuminati got everybody marked up, body marked up, body marked up. like a subway, right? Right? When that comes, man, right? In their perfection, when it seemed like they got the whole rule and everything, everybody's smart cities, smartphones, smart houses, smart this, smart that, everything's going to be it's going to be in their perfection, man. Right? Said Job, Job chapter 20, verse 20, Job 20 and 20, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. Hey, man, hey, surely, hey, you want what you want, man. You're gonna go after it, man. You say, hey, look, you want to eat, you want to rule the world. So you like, hey, I'm not gonna feel this quietness in my belly. I got to consume the world. I got to have the souls of men, right? Ultimately, right? Says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save that which he desire. See, what you desire is to continue to rule. But the Lord said, look, you're going to not obtain it the way you think you're going to obtain it. It's going to seem like you're going to obtain it, but look, judgment is going to ultimately come. See, because right now, what happens when you know how you get fearful? When you get fearful, you get sick to your stomach, right? You can hear your stomach bump because you got that fear on you. The Lord's going to put that fear. You're going to hear no quietness within your stomach, within your belly, right? Right? He shall not save that which he desire. There shall none of his meat be left. Neither shall no man look for his goods, right? See? So at the end of the thing, what? No one's going to be looking for your goods, right? Right? You know how you do this trade? America's this big trading place. You're trading all your goods, you know, on the stock market. So no one, it is going to come a time no one's going to be looking for your goods, right? Or for your well-being, right? Says, in the fullness, right, of his sufficiency, see, in that perfection, in that time of your perfection, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. So what? Straits meaning what? A difficult time, man. The Lord is going to bring forth chariots, man. Thousands and thousands of angels are going to come and crack the sky, starting with Yahushua, man, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. He's coming to crack that sky, right? An angry so-called black man who you thought was your Lord and Savior, you're going to find out he ain't no clean leopard, man. He ain't no clean leopard, man. He's a so-called black man, and he's angry. He's coming for judgment, man. He's coming as a lion and not a lamb this time, man. Right? See, in the fullness of his sufficiency, the Illuminati, the Bilderbergs, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Clintons, the Trumps, right? Right? In the fullness of his sufficiency shall be in straits. Yeah, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, right? And that's where you're going to have all these what? These race wars, these riots, these people that's going to be upset about the financial collapse of this country, man. So once the financial collapse of this country happened, the wicked, right? Which are really talking about the laborers, the people who labored in this world and got gypped out of all the things that they did of laboring in this place, man. Right? And when he is about to fill his belly, it says, and every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, and when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High Yahweh power shall cast a fury, the fury of his wrath upon him. Right? So the Most High is going to cast his wrath, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to cast his wrath upon America, Babylon the Great, and all these other so-called great nations, right? Because the Lord is going to lead them down to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, man. The valley of truth, the mountain of truth, the valley of judgment, man. So judgment is going to go out throughout the four corners of this earth, man. Right? So James chapter 5, verse 1, go ye now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Right? See, when those what you call what the scriptures say wicked, but when you look up that word, it actually goes into laborers. So once the laborers, the people who've been out here working, trying to be so-called great American citizens, pay their taxes and all this other madness, that even this guy was telling you that they mark the stock market up 8% higher than it should be. So all you guys are paying more than what you should be is why you're having a hard time buying food. And the government is pretending like they don't know that. See, these are some regular, average, everyday Edomites that did a little bit of studying and found out you're paying 8% more than you should, right? It says, go now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries, for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments moth-eaten, right? Because they don't have no spiritual fortitude. They don't got the right garments. They don't got the spiritual righteousness upon them, man. They know a lot of things on the left-hand side, but the left-hand side leaves them what? Moth-eaten, right? Your garments are moth-eaten, which is not going to get you into the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? It's not going to get you into them ships, man. Right? No wrinkle, no blemish. No wrinkle, no blemish.
The next westbound train will arrive in 2 minutes.
No wrinkle, no blemish. Yeah, I'm going to go up a little bit. You understand? Because Yahweh Shai is ultimately our husband, right? But it's talking about you men, so this is twofold. Talking about Yahweh Shai, right? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, but it's also talking about us, like how we're supposed to conduct ourselves, right? It says, It's Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25. Husbands, love your wives. See, plural, because a man's supposed to have more than one wife, man. If he be so, or if the Lord be so, grant you that you can have more than one wife, man. Not somewhere long down the line in the kingdom, or like if Isaiah chapter 4 ain't gonna happen, or Isaiah 4 is in the kingdom. Well, a woman ain't gonna need, especially a woman of Israel, ain't gonna need to wear her own apparel, right? She ain't gonna need to come up with her own food supply, because we're gonna be ruling the world, man. She gonna have slaves, man. So that don't make sense. So it says, husbands, love your wives, even as Hamashiach have also loved the church, right? Which is us, man. Out here on the highways and byways, what the elect, man, the hopeful elects, man. Right? And gave himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it. So ultimately, that's what we out here to do, man. We out here to save ourselves and our wives, man. Our household, right? Unlike the elite, they're not thinking about that, man. Their garments are moth-eaten, man. They ain't thinking about their wives. They ain't even thinking about their own people, man. Right? The elites call you useless eaters. Even their own so-called white counterparts. You Edomites, you're just useless eaters, man. You're nobody to them. Right? But it says, and gave himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word, right? And that's ultimately how you be baptized, man. That's true baptism, man. By the word, man. By the washing of the water by the word, right? Because this word is also water, man. Right? And this is how you get washed, right? Cleansing your conscience, man. Your mind state. That he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having what? Spot or wrinkle, right? See, that's dealing with us, man. The hopeful elect, man. Hopefully that we can present ourselves without spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that it should be holy and without blemish. See, that ain't what the elite have, man. Right? They don't got what's holy and without blemish. Right? Back to James chapter 5, verse 2. Your riches are corrupt, right? Because all they care about is money. Money, me. I'm already a billionaire, multi-billionaire. I got to be a multi-trillionaire. And I'm a multi-trillionaire. I got to be a multi-gazillionaire. I got to leave you without, right? We got to steal from the poor and give to the rich, right? And that's ultimately what's going on. A big wealth exchange is happening in this country, right? Making the poor poorer and the rich richer, right? And that's why the Lord said, and your riches are corrupt, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. So all this thing that they're going on in this life, like it's gonna corrupt, and it's gonna be what? It's gonna be a witness against them. This is why the wicked should come against them, which are talking about you laborers, man. You everyday so-called Americans are gonna get upset at you when you find out truly what real money is, and what they've been giving you is not real money. And the stock market crashed, and they said they cut you out the American dream. Everybody's gonna wild out. They're gonna go crazy. They're gonna be bringing out their guns. They're gonna be marching up and down the streets looking to hurt somebody, man. That's when you're coming at the time of the race wars, calamities, and all these different things where you got problem, reaction, solution. Where you're gonna have what? You're gonna have a martial law out here, man. Which that's what the government wants. A further reason to push the charagma upon you, man. Because now, once all these things, the chaotic things is going, we gotta know who's a true citizen and who's not. So we're gonna have to let you get this MOTB so we can prove to who belongs to us and what belongs to you. And what belongs out in the wilderness. Because you gotta buy and sell except he to have what? The mark, man. Right? Because he's gonna play God, man. That's his thing, man. Right? But his silver, your gold and your silver are cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as fire. And that ultimately goes into the ICBM missiles that Russia's gonna shoot on you. Them hypersonic missiles, man, that China's gonna shoot. Them ICBM missiles that North Korea's gonna shoot. Iran is gonna shoot on this place. There's gonna be an innumerable multitude of ICBM missiles, right? That's gonna be shot on this place, man. And it's gonna put this place on fire. So all your what is it called? Your cash cow is gonna be out of here, man. Ye have heaped up treasures together for the last days. And really, you heaped up treasure really for the elect, man. You got them in some hyper, what is it? How do you say it? Hyperthermic chambers, right? Cooled and air conditioned to the right degree. Protected. So when all these things go, we gonna go get what belongs to us, man. Right? We're gonna divide the spoils, man. Right? I believe it says that okay, there you go, Benjamin. This is Genesis 49 and 27. Genesis 49 and 27. Benjamin shall raven as a wolf in the morning, and that's what in our rulership, man. When it's time, when we're ruling, that's going to be the kingdom of heaven, man. When we're ruling, right? When Yahweh Shai is our day star, which goes into the word Lucifer, our light bearer, man. It's going to be our rulership, man. So Benjamin shall raven as a wolf in the morning. He shall devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoils, man. So ultimately, what you have got all these things. You have heaped up treasures for the last days for us, man. That's for us, man. That's for the elect's sake, man. So you heaped up treasures for the last days. James 5 and 4, behold, which means feast your eyes, look, pay attention. The hire of the laborers, right? See, that's what we're talking about, man. the laborers, these regular, average, everyday citizens that go to work every day, that you've been stealing their money, right? Giving them 8% higher rates in the stock market and upon the market altogether, right? And then they not even hit into hyperinflation yet. And you're already upticking the price gouging ultimately, right? Within your own system against your own so-called people, right? Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields. So what they've been in the world working for the self-proclaimed so-called white man, Esau Edom, right? That's beautiful. The so-called white man, Esau Edom, right? Who reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back, which is of you kept back by fraud. So you kept all their riches, and that's what the guy was talking about, man. You kept their riches back by fraud, man. Right?
Cut red tape. They encouraged manufacturing. They encouraged home building. What would it take? I mean,
it's different. Yeah.
Cut the red tape.
There's a ton of red tape to cut. So don't take anything I'm saying as I'm opposing this at all. I'm just saying it would be really disruptive and painful in a way that we would have to be fully bought in to get through all the pain to get to the other side. And as I was saying earlier, like an American is just not going to be able to afford to live on a salary that a Bangladeshi, is willing to accept, right? So just things would cost more.
Well, the corporations wouldn't have to pay billions of dollars.
A Bangladeshi, right? Holding back your money by fraud, sending your jobs over to overseas, which is another way of holding your money back, man, by fraud. And then getting them to make a bunch of cheap products that's just gonna break, that you spent a lot of money on, that you're gonna have to replace after you already spent $600, $700, $60, $70. That's a lot of money, man.
To their C-suite executives.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, like I said, there's so much, I think, that can be cut and improved on the current system here. The key thing is, I'm going to go back to a question you asked earlier, Todd, which was, what can be done about inflation, right? And the simple answer to it is one, we can stop monkeying around with all the things that artificially cause inflation, right? Like the interventions, the trillions in stimulus, that we never should have spent at the levels that we did.
Right.
So we have to stop all of that. We got to get the Fed and the fiscal side of the house out of deforming the system with all the money and liquidity, the stimulus that they're pumping in there. But the long-term way to deal with inflation is to grow faster than it, right? So is to build an efficient economy that grows real value and the American household income faster than the rate of inflation.
See if I can hit that spot I was trying to.
Calculator, which is to calculate, and this is all based on, the government CPI data, right? But if we go back, 1985, the cost of a Big Mac meal was $2.59 on average. If we calculate for inflation, today it would be $7.59. The average in America is actually $9.29. So to the point here of a Big Mac meal, that's 22% more than it should be. And the case I'm building here gets back to the way that we started here, how the stock market is only concerned about delivering record profits to its shareholders, keeping stock prices high, and delivering the millions and billions of dollars to C-suite executives that run these companies, right? They make so much money. And as a result, we know that, they're using products that are bad for us. And so we're not getting a more quality hamburger. Some would argue we're getting a lot of, processed foods and things. So, and a lot of cheaper products, but just stay with me here. So what I did here was I also said in 1985, a dozen of eggs. Do you have any idea how much a dozen eggs was in 1985? All right, 75 cents.
Okay.
On average. That should make a dozen eggs today. And I'm going to drop the link to this calculator if you guys want to play around with it. But a dozen eggs today, their average price in America is $3.82. And this is grade A large eggs. That's a 74% increase in what it should be inflation adjusted. So again, when we're looking at these numbers, right, I want people to understand this calculator is adjusting for inflation. And one more example that I want to use, which is staggering. I'll ask you again, any idea of what a median home price was in 1985?
$85,000?
$84,300. Great job. All right. So that means that today, adjusting for inflation, it should be $247,024.85. Guess what? Today, the median home price is actually $420,400 on a nationwide average. That's 69% higher than inflation adjusted pricing.
Right.
So what the hell?
Yeah. This is why nobody believed
Wait.
the CPI, right? And that's what people call it the CPI, right? Because there's been so many revisions as to how.
Yeah, so, listen to this. And these devils, man, they going in, man. They going in on this place, Babylon the Great, showing you how they kept your money back by fraud, right? Let me read that again. I'm gonna go back over that again. It says James 5:4, behold, which means feast your eyes, look, pay attention. The hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, right? So all these people are going to start rioting, fighting, doing all sorts of different things. That's going to happen in this place, Babylon the Great, real soon. They're going to be crying. And the cries of them which have reaped or entered into the ears of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, of Sabaoth, right? And Sabaoth meaning what? A war, man, right? Of armies, right? The God of armies, the power of armies, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, of armies, man, right? This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. So what? You so-called black, Hispanic, and Asians are supposed to come out of this whole, I'm voting for Kamala or Trump, or I'm an American citizen. I'm looking for the American dream, right? This is the American nightmare, man, where your ancestors were raped, robbed, and murdered, man, right? In the place where you were here to serve your punishment, man, right? Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, right? So this place is going to be judged on a very high level, man. And the Lord said, come from out of this place so you don't be judged right along with them, man. You so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. Says, yeah, that ye be not, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not her plagues, right? And the plagues are being those ICBM missiles, man, right? Russia got that hypersonic missile. China got that hypersonic missile, right? North Korea, all those missiles are going to come upon this place, right? Right? So you think America, because it's been going so long, that it's going to rule forever. But the Lord said, nay. You said you were going to be a lady forever, but no, you're going to have loss. You are going to be a widow, and you're going to have loss of children in one moment, right? Which the Lord said this place is going to be gone in 1 hour. In 1 hour, America is going to be waste. Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, this place is done. So you should come out of her, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, come out of her with your mindset, man. This is not your rest. The Lord said this pollutes you. America pollutes you, man. Your careless daughters and children and sons. You're basically unprofitable children in this place, man. For her sins have reached up to heaven. So it said what? So now when these labors and all the riots and all these things are going on, it said it should go into the ears of the outer one, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Sabaoth, which means armies, man. The Lord is a man of war, man. So the Lord is coming to make war with this place, Babylon the Great. He's coming to make war with the kings of the earth, man. Right? So it ain't going to be a place you can run. Well, I guess I'll run to Russia. No, the Lord's coming to make war with every king of the earth, man. But his main beef is with this place right here, Babylon the Great. Right? And it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the most high Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, have remembered her iniquity. See? So now we're coming at the time that the Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, is going to remember the Israelites, right? Because the Lord said that you are a memorial. Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai says you are Zion, or to Zion, a memorial, which is another way of saying Israel. But that memorial is for remembrance, but the Lord's going to remember you on the right hand, will remember judgment on the left hand, man. For the wicked, man. Right? Remember you for salvation, but remember judgment for them. Right? Because the power deals with balance, man. The Most High deal with perfect balance. And that's what's wrong with a lot of you jakes. A lot of you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, men and women, man. You're unbalanced, man. You have no balance in your life. Right? But the Lord said he's going to remember their iniquity. And see, if you wrapped up in this place, the Lord going to remember your iniquity too when it's time for judgment. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you. So how did this place reward us, man? You so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, you built up this place. How they reward you? Put you in the ghettos, the barrios, the reservations, tell you ain't nothing while they put their kids in the best schools, right? They make sure that they can get houses, red line you from houses. Everybody like to talk about, what's the Black Wall Street? Black Wall Street was on a reservation. It wasn't just black people. That was a reservation. So black and so-called native people got blown up to smithereens on Black Wall Street. See, it shows you Southern and Northern Kingdom. They have afflicted you, man. Right? It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. Right, man? This place, the works of America, Babylon the Great, ain't been good, man. It's been wicked upon wicked. Even their mercies, even their tender mercies is cruel. Right? Even in their mercy, they're cruel. So the Lord said, reward her even as she devil mercy. Your mercy got to be cruel towards them, man. It says, in the cup which she hath filled to her double. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, right? When they're holding back your money by fraud, what are they doing? They're living deliciously. They're living good, man, right? So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, Lob, her mind, I am set a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. See, coming with that same pompous BS attitude and mindset, right? But the Lord said, no, hey, you will be judged, man. Right? You will be judged. The Lord said, give to her double. Right? It says Isaiah chapter 47 verse 1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, man. That's this place, Babylon the Great, man, with all this witchcraft and things that make you jakes feel like you're part of this system, even though they raped, robbed, and murdered your ancestors. When not long ago, nor so-called black man, nor so-called black woman could vote. Right? They killed Martin Luther King over this stuff. That's what my mom is about 60. That was only 60 years ago. But somehow you so-called Negroes, you so-called Hispanic, you so-called Native American, you forgot those things, man. That was only 60 years ago. That's not even long. How are you so wrapped up in this system that has nothing to do with you? Right? Says, come and sit on the ground, O virgin daughter of Babylon. See, and this place haven't been touched yet. It's like a virgin. But guess what? ICBM missiles is coming to this place. You're not going to be a virgin much longer. You're going to have a lot. You're going to have a lot of rods. You're going to have a lot of rods to deal with, and they're going to come with maximum explosion. They're going to have maximum release. Maximum. Hey, what do they call? Men. What is it called? I forgot the when a man when he busts off, man, he's gonna have it's gonna be maximum hey man, what do you do when you get a virgin, man? Some untouched. Man, you go, hey, man, hey, that's that joint, man. You maximum explosions, right? So to speak, right? But actually it is, right? No thermonuclear power, man, that's gonna come down, man. Not to mention the laser beam from the chariots, man, with maximum heat, man. It's gonna melt the elements, man. So come and sit on the ground, O virgin daughter of Babylon, which is telling you it ain't talking about ancient Babylon. It's talking about this place, man. When all them ICBM missiles come, all that the thrust that's coming, man, right? It says, yeah, sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thus shall no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone, grind the mill, right? So what, you got those preppers? You got you got these doomsday preppers. So go ahead and start prepping, right? Uncover thy locks, right? You're gonna feel like you're gonna realize this is a bald head woman. You know what I mean? She been putting the, you know how to wear the little thing over their head. They're covering their head, trying to wear a veil, right? You know, going back into the ancient days. She's really ugly. She's wearing a veil, trying to see you in the eyes and bat her eyes, blink her eyes at you. You're like, oh shit, look at this chick. She bad. Look at her. She cute in the mind. Oh, look at her. Because you gotta think of this same thing that John did. What they call John the Revelator. John did in Revelation. Right? He was looking at, oh, who this chick? And the angel had to say, whoa. This the chick that came and took down the saints. This that woman, right? She looking all pretty and things, but you're gonna realize she ain't all that pretty, man. Right? Matter of fact, let's get to that real quick. It says, Revelation chapter 17, verse 4, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand. See, that's that one, had the golden cup in her hand, filled with the abominations and the filthiness of her fornication. Right? Oh, I guess I gotta keep reading it. Yeah, fornication. I'm gonna skip down to 5. Yeah, go down to 5. Yeah, Revelation chapter 17, verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, right? It was no longer a mystery. We know it's America. Babylon the Great. It's not a mystery anymore. We know it's this place, right? Was written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. See, she was drunk with the blood of the saints. It killed you so-called Native American, you so-called Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, you so-called Negroes, man. They killed us. We're the saints. We're the Israelites, man. Whether you accept it or believe it or not, because really it ain't for every Israelite, right? It's for the elect. So if you hear this and you're the elect and it moves your spirit, then you're gonna get down with the get down, man. Because these people are gonna get wasted away, man. The Lord said her sins have reached unto heaven, man. I heard the cries of the laborers, man. In the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, which means which means which basically means troops, which means warrior, troops, right? The Lord is coming to this place to judgment for war, man, right? And it says, I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. See, she was pretty. She was looking good, huh? He's like, oh, look at this woman. Dang, I know she drunk with the blood of the saints, but look at her. She got the gold, all this costly array, the gold, the silver, the pearls, the jewels. She got the golden cup in her hand. Oh, look at this chick. She bad to the mug, right? She's sexy. Right? And that's what's wrong with you, Jakes. You're swooned with the oohs and the ahs of this place, man. Fuck a goddamn smart city, man. And a smartphone and a smart this and a smart that and a self this and a self that and a self-help and a self this and a self that, man. Well, you're so full of yourself, everything is, I'm gonna take a selfie. I'm gonna take a selfie, right? That's this place, man. So full of you. You're gonna feel it, man, right? And the Lord said, take the millstone, grind the mill, right? Do your doomsday prepping, do whatever you're gonna do, right? Uncover the locks, right? Uncover, take that hair off. Take that thing that's covering, that veil that's covering your head and your hair. Uncover the locks, right? Which is locks dealing with your hair, right? Make bare the thigh. Oh, she got all sorts of, what's that shit called? Cottage cheese. All sorts of, what I'm saying? It's all nasty looking, right? You know, the box stank, right? This is a place that's just filled with wickedness, man. Filled with the murders and the blood of the saints, man. You gotta think that's rotten, that's death and murder from all the way back, man. All the way into this very day. Right? It says, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh. See, once you make bare the leg, and then, oh wait, time to uncover the thigh. Now the box stank. Her butt, oh man, she stank. The butt that you thought she had that was big. Remember them chicks was getting those Brazilian butt lifts, and then the thing deflated, and it looked all that's how this place is really, right? The butt was all looking all fat and nice looking, but once you pull the thing down, you realize, oh, it's all deflated. It got this, oh man, it's horrible. It's terrible looking. It look all used up, like a crackhead that used to be pretty, like a crackhead woman that used to be really gorgeous, and now the crack and the drugs done took over her body. That's this place, man. That's America, Babylon the Great for you, right? Pass over the rivers, right? You know what I'm saying? Make your little trades and do all your you're trading goods and all the stuff. Passing over the different aspects of trading and buying and selling, right? Until it all comes to an end, till you can't buy and sell no more, right? Until the ICBM missiles come, right? Right? So we're on the highways and the byways, and it says what? Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, right? See, I'm gonna make you all the way bare, all the way naked, man. And uncover you all the way and show you that this chick ain't as sexy or bad like you thought she was, right? It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. And I will take vengeance. See, the I is talking about the Most High, Yahweh, through His only begotten Son, Yahushua. So it ain't got nothing to do with us. So these whole people, they're gonna do this, and they're gonna, they're shooting at a kosher deli, and you know. But that's Esau being the devil, man, which means false accuser, right? He's falsely accusing us of something just so it give him a reason to come after us. But that's gonna be his downfall when you come after us, man. That's when everything's gonna speed up, man. Push the charagma. Go ahead and push the charagma like you're supposed to, man, and come after us. And your fall is gonna be greater, man, and faster than ever, man. You think time is sped up now? Even your own scientist said that time is sped up, man. Through the Hadron Collider over there in CERN, Switzerland, the Hadron Collider in CERN, Switzerland, the collider made it collide to the point that time is sped up, man. Right? So we're at that time. So go ahead, and time's gonna speed up even more. Right? We need you to. It says, Salakia, I will take vengeance, which is Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, through his son, and I will not meet thee as a man. See? And when the Lord coming back, he's coming back in his angelic form, in his angelic power. He's not coming back as a man who was coming to be humble and not judge the world, only to die for the world. And that world that he came to die for is for the elect, for the nation of Israel, man. So ultimately, all of Israel shall be saved, right? Sit thus silent and get into darkness, right? You're gonna have darkness, meaning there's no vision. Get yourself in darkness, and when the Lord puts you, there's not gonna be no vision of you continuing anymore. In the fullness of your sufficiency and in your perfectness, in the fullness of your sufficiency, hey, you ain't gonna be able to have it no more. You don't have it. You don't have it. You're in darkness, right? There's no insight, right? There's no vision. There's no future for you. You're in darkness. You can't see. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thus shall no more be called the lady of kingdoms. See, I said I was going to sit a lady. I'm going to be a king. I'm going to be a queen forever. I'm going to be this and that. I should not be a widow. I'm going to sit on the thing. Hey, the Lord said, what? For thus shall no more be called the lady of kingdoms. Right? So you ain't going to be on top much longer. Right? Says James chapter 5, verse 5, ye have lived in pleasures on the earth and being wanton, right? Which is time for judgment. You're wanting for judgment. Now it's time for your judgment. And being wanting, ye have nourished ye have nourished your hearts, your mind, as in the day of slaughter. Hey, now is the time of the day of what? Slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, right? Going into they drunk the blood of the saints. You have condemned and killed the just, which are the saints, the Israelites. And he that doeth not resist be patient, therefore, brethren, right? You so-called black, Hispanic, Canadian Indians of Indian Negro descent, you Israelites who have came back to the knowledge and the foreknowledge and came back to the fold, right, of this truth. Be patient, right? Because we're suffering. Patient meaning suffer. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord, of Yahweh Shai, right? Of our Lord out of one, Yahweh Shai. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it. Let me get that one. Slocky, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm tripping. And have long patience for it. Yeah, I'm tripping. Have long patience for it until his until he receive the early and latter rain. Right? So the Lord is coming for his elect, man. Right? He have long patience for it, man. He's been waiting a long time. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 5. For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai of hosts. Though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time. So this is where we're coming at, man. This is the time Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon had been a golden cup in Yahweh, Basham Yahweh Shai's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad, right? And they're about to shoot them hypersonic missiles upon this place, man. The nations are mad. They're going to shoot all their ICBM missiles and all their whatever capability that they have. They're going to direct it at this place right here, right? Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How? For her, right? So how, you rich men, right? Like the scripture said, how, you rich men? Hey, because this thing is corrupted, it's moth-eaten, and your basically your gold and your silver is going, your wealth is going to become a witness against you. The way that you manipulated the stock market, the way you've done all these things, the tariffs and the things, and going into other people's countries and stealing their oil, their gold, their uranium, their vibranium, iridium, right? The world's biggest deposit of gold that was found in Nigeria. All of a sudden, we ain't heard nothing else about it, right? You're heaping up treasures for the last days, man. All that happened for a reason, man. Just so you could do that, right? It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her, right? Because all these nations, they're going to cry, man. Oh my God, what are we going to do now? Such great riches was made in her. This is a place where, because it's just a consumer society, man. All about consuming, right? How for her, take bomb, right? Because that's basically what those Edomites were talking about, man. How can we get the economy and things stimulated back the way we should be? Should we just take the blow to society, and yeah, we'll hurt for a little while, but we can come back, which that's something they should have been did. Because Russia did it when they took that economic blow. They took it, started formulating things, created the Nord Stream thing because Europe needs heat, a service unto another country, and that's ultimately how it should be. If you got something, you should perform a service to someone and perform another service, and you shouldn't be trying to get over on them, right? You just perform your service, you ask for X amount of money, get your money, and you go about your business, right? Because this earth it can run pristine, but we got the bases of men running it, so it'll never be that way. Even through his own citizens, he's doing an uptick of 8% in the stock market and making you pay more. And then go, I don't know why. When I get in office, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do a couple cutbacks in taxes, and I'm gonna do this and this and that, which really ain't gonna get you nowhere. Why? Because you're still paying through the nose. They're still keeping your money back by fraud, by never telling you nothing. Right? Because that ain't real money. If they were going to give you anything, they would have gave you gold and silver, and they would give you those things and have you trade in gold and silver. They would back the dollar up by gold and silver instead of taking it off the gold standard the way it used to be. Right? But it was your money was held back by fraud. Right? So it says, Salakia. It says, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, right? So if it was all possible, like them Edomite, but at least they're looking at things in a real world perspective, man, right? We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and so the elite is looking at it in that way. The elite is looking at it in a real world perspective too. See, the other guy's looking at a world perspective in a sense of, hey, let's try to save this place. Because they live here. They don't know nothing else but America. And they really love this place. But the elites, you know, they're the one who ruling over all this thing. And they're looking at it like, forsake her. Forsake her. And let us, everyone, let us go, everyone, into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, have brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion, which means to Zion, which means memorial. The Lord's going to remember us. The work of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, our power. So ultimately, that's what it is, man. The Lord is coming to do a beautiful thing to this place that's about to crumble, man. Right? So, you know, I was going to do a couple more scriptures, but that's all right. I've been out here for a while, as it is. So, with all that, I will give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles in Connecticut, to the bishops, the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever. Hey, the hopeful elect, hey, shalom. To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel and have come back to the fold, right? Through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom. To you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence and a Bible ball. Hey, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.